Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is when you're viewing this video. The world is changing very quickly. You know, every couple of days it feels like we get a new AI model that outdoes the last AI model. You know, we get 1, 2, 3 models a week and they're better than the models we got last week. You know, the rate and pace of progress in the AI sphere is incredible and exponential when you look at a graph. So things are changing quickly. You know, this week we just got 4.0 image model from OpenAI, and it's incredible. You can generate complex infographics with lots of text and in any style you want. Right? You have essentially a professional illustrator on demand. You know, there are limitations. Right now you can't go in and change the font or edit the text, or there's not layers. And I think all that's coming, right? Once Photoshop implements some of these type of features, like I could see you generating the initial image using a model, and then, you know, if the model could split that image into layers and you could go in, change the font, text, all that's coming. But the world is changing quickly, and so, you know, software is going to have to develop, or software is going to have to evolve, and we're going to have to evolve. You know, I think you need to learn right now how to apply these AI tools to whatever work it is that you do, and you got to focus on personal brand, because AI can't replace you. And that's why I'm starting to do stuff like this, right? Because I recognize that execution is not the finite resource like it used to be, right? It used to be the doers, the action takers were the only ones that made progress, because it took effort to acquire skills to be able to do graphic design, for example. Now execution is effortless, and it's all about ideas, really. It's like completely flipped, you know. It's like being the idea guy used to be, you know, like a trope or a meme. But now being an idea guy, you have access to tools to turn those ideas into reality almost instantly. You know, you use image models, LLM models, you can code anything you want. I've been using Cursor like crazy the past couple months, and I can't even believe what I've been able to create and do, and the amount of just efficiency and productivity boost that I've gotten from these tools is honestly mind-blowing. And I've been using Cursor for like note-taking too, essentially just with a bunch of markdown files. And I can generate 22 emails for an email sequence, for a sales email sequence in a couple seconds. And I can do that repeatedly using a template. I mean, that's just one little example. I've been using it to code. I've created 3 different web apps in just like the past 2 months for my clients. So things are rapidly evolving. And I think the key is to figure out how to apply these tools to your interests. We're gonna be to the point where you can solve any problem you want to solve, right? So it's all going to be about just applying these to the problems you want to solve and the value you want to give to the world. But you got to do it in your own unique way, and that's where the personal brand comes in. That's why the personal brand is so important. It's going to be what makes you stand out, is your personal brand. Let me check my notes, see if there's anything else I wanted to add to this. You know, last thing is just that I think we're entering this weird subculture era where, you know, there used to be these subcultures, people who had these interests in certain little specific types of art or whatever, and they would be fans of that art or artist or that story. Across the street here so I don't get hit. But I think we're entering the era of the subculture of one, right? Where before your favorite video or your favorite movie, I mean, your favorite song, your favorite art was created by somebody else, an artist, right? An artisan of their craft. But we're entering a time where in 2030, my favorite movie might be one that I made. I came up with the idea and the AI generated it for me almost instantly. It would be like Netflix on demand. That's where this is headed. Content on demand. So when you think about the way things are now, where you scroll through a feed of videos created by somebody else, photos, animations, music, the feed is going to change. The consumption is going to change. There's going to be a lot more on-demand content made specifically just for you. You might even just scroll through a feed of content that's been created, since the last time you opened the app, and it's all been created just for you. It's a feed of stuff, videos, photos, songs, all generated by AI that are tuned specifically to your interests. That's where this is headed. So, my parting words are, get yourself out there. We live in an incredible time. We all have our own reality channel, our own reality TV channel. This is TLC Freeman right here. And it's a real gift to be able to access all of these tools in this world. I'm filming this on an action camera. I haven't had an action camera since the GoPro 3. And before, I would have brought out a whole rig, right? I've had an A7S III, A6700, filmed professionally for a while, edited professionally for a while. This would have been a rig. Now it's tiny. And I can just edit this on my phone and upload it directly. And then reach you. So, incredible time. Learn how to use AI tools. Embrace it. I know it can be cringe. It can feel almost sad, right? Like that's how I feel watching all this, right? When I see what's going on with the memes coming out of the 4.0 image, it's incredible that these are all created on demand and that they're perfect. But it's also a little sad, right? It's like something that we're losing. So I get it. It can be tough to embrace this. It feels wrong, right? It can feel wrong. It can feel like you're a fraud if you embrace it, or you're contributing to the problem, right? But my point of view is this is happening, and it's not in my control, or it's not my purview to say whether it should or shouldn't happen, right? It's happening. So I'm just trying to think of, how do I take advantage? We are early right now. I overheard the other day at a brewery a couple talking about ChatGPT, and this woman was saying that her company was essentially outsourcing her job to ChatGPT. And she was trying to figure out, okay, where do I fit in the puzzle now? What is my job now? It was copyright. It's like, now she's the editor or the person that oversees the AI, but we're going to have AI agents that are monitoring the AI agents, right? We'll have an editor that checks the work of the writer. We already can do that. So people are just barely waking up to what's going on and how big of a shift this is. And it's monumental. And you're early if you're watching this. So take advantage of that. And I know it can feel wrong, but just bathe in it. Let it wash over you. Don't resist it. And I know it sounds like you're just giving in, right? You're letting the evil take over the AI. And to a certain extent I am, but I am, this is the game of survival, right? I'm here to survive, I'm here to thrive, and I'm embracing the use of these tools to get ahead of the 90%, 80% who don't know what's coming or are resisting what's coming, and they're just going to get left in the dust. I'm sorry to say that. And if you're in school right now, reevaluate whether you should be going to school for the thing you're doing. You know, if you're an animator right now, if you're in graphic design school, you should reevaluate. And you should just strike out on your own. We're going to be in this era where everybody will be able to be doing their own thing. Everybody can be working on solving the problems, the challenges that they want to be solving, right? And I'll give you just a quick example. I know this is running long. I have a client. He's a doctor. He's got multiple offices, a huge staff. He doesn't have time to figure out how to implement AI into his business. So he hires somebody like me. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of opportunity. And just because AI is going to take away some jobs and leave some people without a job, it's going to create opportunities for other people who can be problem solvers, right? So be curious, look for problems to solve, look for ways to add value, figure out how to implement AI in your workflow, and try to see the future, right? What's on the adjacent, right? What's over the horizon? What's coming? And then try to prepare yourself for that. That's what I'm doing. Hope you have a great day, great week. Till next time, peace.